And we on.
Gia, back up in this bitch once again. Woo! We gotta go. We gotta talk about Blur the Fleur a little bit today. Talk about some of these fights from the past weekend, some fights that's coming up. Let me try to find a live stream real quick. Turn this stuff down because I know I'm about to come in banging. Got us a little old bit of trivia to do. I'm gonna try to stay consistent with it, man. I got some modern day boxing trivia and I also got some boxing history trivia. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we just about to kick it since we ain't really do no live stream yesterday, calling fight. Tend to some family business. King of Kim folks up in the building, man. What salute to you, Kim folk? What's going down? You checking in the fights out this past weekend? I know I ain't got the zone, but you know the zone do a pretty good job putting them highlights out there, man. So I got a chance to look at Blair the Fleur Cobb. But I will say I faded that motherfucker this past weekend. This right here is humbling season. If you out there running your mouth and all that shit, this is humbling season. I'm seeing that, man. Little B Hop got humbled. My boy Josh Taylor got humbled. Even though I did go back and watch the fight again and I scored it 13-12 for Josh Taylor, but we'll talk about that another day. And Michael Conlon, man, he went out there and got humbled too. King of Kinfo said, sorry about your boy Flair getting stopped, Tregs. I picked against him. That ain't my boy. I took Roka by decision, but I started to take him by knockout when I had saw the weigh-in. Because Blair the Flair Cobb, he weighed in at like 145 and a half, and I just didn't understand the meaning of it. Why you come in so light? The man is already like 5'11", and he fight at welterweight, so it shit didn't make sense to me for him to come in that light. And obviously it didn't work out. And Roka, he was a southpaw. I looked up his amateur background, didn't find a lot, but I saw that I think he had like 50 fights or something like that. His career looked like he's moving in a more timely fashion than Blair Cobb. Because when I look at Blair Cobb, I just be thinking, man, where the fuck you been? You're down there 33. Where you been? You just now coming around. So, and it looked like that was the right way to think too. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up being fraudulent. And he went out there and got exposed, I guess you can say. But yeah, man, this is humbling season. King of the Kinfo said, boxing, I love it. Talking shit can come back around on you. Oh, yeah, man, I believe in universal laws and stuff. Will go around, come around. You reap what you sow, karma, all that.
Hey, the funny thing about that shit was when the referee stopped it, this nigga was throwing those blow uppercuts to the referee gut.
Yeah, I saw he was still ripping shots to the body.
Still, yeah, the motherfucker was light as hell too. He was out of there.
Yeah, he was out of there, man. Doing a bunch of sprawling and stuff. Like, I can't even explain what he was doing, but like he was just standing right in front of the guy when he was hurt, and he'll just be kind of flailing himself all over the place. That motherfucker ran right into a right hook too and got dropped on that first knockdown. Yeah, that shit was just raggedy, man. You can't talk all that noise and then come back with a performance like that. You know what I'm saying? And so you know everybody was talking that shit. Earl Spence talking that shit on Twitter. Terrence Crawford shit. I saw several fighters laughing at Blair the Fleur Cobb, man. I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, man, I want to do this guy have like the energy of the network behind him right now. You know what I'm saying? But Roka said we ain't gonna even find out. I'm gonna be the judge right here. I got the two judges right here. King of the Kinfo said Ruff should have called the authorities for Blair assaulting him. Yeah, Square Business talking about them body shots he was putting on him and shit. Flat Out TV, salute to you. Welcome to the gym. This your first time talking about piss poor performance after all that talk. Typical, goddamn. I was just telling my partner, King of the Kinfo and Marlo, man, this is a bad time to for all that shit talking because I'm just seeing fighters getting humbled. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying, my boy Josh Taylor got humbled. Little B Hop got humbled. Prime Time. Mick Conlon got humbled.
Yeah, Nick Conlon, that was a tough one. 12th round, put him on
Yeah,
12-8. Shout out Flat Out TV. That's my boy Deacon 305 on Instagram. And he got a YouTube channel, man. Y'all check him out, man. Good brother. He talk about all kinds of stuff. Appreciate you stopping through, Deacon. D-Biz, salute, bro. Napoleon Armstrong, salute. King of Kings, salute, man. What's happening, bro?
salute. Hey man, we dropped a new episode of our cartoon Uncle Nephew too the other day, man. So if y'all ain't checked that out, y'all go check it out when you get some time. You know what I'm saying? We think you'll enjoy it. Salute to D-Bid OG, Napoleon Armstrong. What's going down, man? Yeah, we just up here chopping it up about boxing a little bit, man. We're gonna do a little bit of trivia later on and shit. Not nothing too serious, man. We just on this gas. I'm over here on this TACP. What you got in your gas? We'll pump over there, bro.
I got some, it's something strange in your neighborhood. Some Ghostbusters. Motherfucking Bigfoot.
They said some Ghostbusters and some Bigfoot. They leaving me behind on the strange now because I'm in the illegal state, so I got to smoke the legal shit. But this TACP though is square business. This shit have you missing time in life. I call it the MIA. Have you missing in action in this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, man. I want to ask y'all too, man. How y'all feel about y'all boy Charlo right now, man? Is Charlo still the hitman? Do he still have that? Is he still a killer?
Hey, is he talking about from the Mike Tyson interview? Shout out to our brother from the UK. Goddamn, Yasir was saying and shit. He sent me the link. You talking about you breaking that down because of the interview or what?
Well, I was just asking in general. That interview was the catalyst for this question right here, or the inspiration. But in general, because you might say, well, whatever occurred right there is what it was, but I saw something else that made me feel differently. You know what I'm saying? So wherever your data come from, how you feel about it? Is he still a hitman?
I think so. I don't think he a bright hit man, but I think in the ring, I think he still got that hunger, that skill, that power. He possesses that power still, but I think mentally, I don't know what the fuck he confused or some shit he got going on. That nigga too nice, especially to you know what I'm saying, to motherfucker his adversaries or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I can see why he said that based on that interview. I didn't like a lot of shit he said. I don't know if it's a ploy to try to get the fight, humble down Canelo, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. But you know what I'm saying, he's just nice about every little angle. And Mike Tyson was trying to toughen him up like he's supposed to be. I want to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to tell him how he should be. And he's like, this is new days. I was like, oh no, I'm cool.
Well, what stood out to me is that Charlo, you used to be like, man, hey, can't nobody fuck with me. Even my brother can't fuck with me. You was willing to say that your brother can't fuck with you, but you don't want to name no names right now. I didn't think that was a good look. You know what I'm saying? And then like when they was talking about pound for pound, he was saying how he feel like his brother belong on pound for pound and all that shit. He said, you can put me at number 11. He said, I'm cool just to be in the mix. And I'm like, man, that don't really sound like what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to fighters saying I'm the best. Can't nobody fuck with me. I want to be recognized as the best. This dude say he cool with being number 11. I was sitting up there thinking, like, when the last time a fighter said he cool with being in the top 15 or some shit? Because most fighters, they say, man, I belong at least on the list, but I really probably should be number 1. This nigga say I'm cool with me and number 11.
You can settle for third place or some shit. D-Lo 404 in the building, salute. Gil Cole
Salute.
in the building, salute, bro. Rod Extra Champ in the building. Chris Rain in the building, salute, bro. What's
Salute,
happening with you?
salute.
I know I ain't skipped Napoleon. I know I said salute to you, though. What's happening, bro?
Yeah. D-Lo, Napoleon said badges sativa on deck. I don't even know what that is. My boy Gil Cole say salute to the corner. I got the full-blooded red-nosed possum puppies for the low. We don't want no red-nosed possums, man. Don't be some curs, you know what I'm saying? We want some tiger stripe possums.
Them
Right, that's
Brennels.
yeah. We want some Mayday possums. Right X the champ, salute to you. Say what's up, my people. El Chapo say what's going down. What's up with it? King of the Kinfolk said Charlo fighting spirit is dead if it wasn't capped the whole time. Complacency kills lions. Well, I was just looking at him like in comparison to how he used to be. You know what I'm saying? He used to be very aggressive. I don't think that Jermell Charlo has really changed. I think he pretty much the same way as he always was. You know what I'm saying? So then that just made me think like about what they would say in boxing history. They say it's hard to get up and run in the morning when you've been sleeping on silk sheets. I was also thinking about other fighters that just mean as a motherfucker, like a Marvin Hagler. I said, let's say Marvin Hagler was fighting in the present day. Would he be doing live streams and shit like the way Charlo be doing, smiling and shit, all on the live stream, smiling and all this shit? And I don't think he would. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's like a different level of that monster, that meanness, that. I'm not feeling that from him no more. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see a killer no more. Salute to L Dub. What's up with it?
Salute, bro. Salute to Raymond Knight. Say hi. Welcome to the gym for the first time. I didn't even get a chance to see that one. You know, we ain't got the zone, L Dub. But what would it look like? Did you get a chance to see the Regis Pro fight?
Nah, he had sent the link and shit, but it was already over with, and I was driving, and so I ain't had a chance to look at it. I know I got my pick wrong though because I thought McKenna could go the distance, and he got stopped in 6. I thought I might have been catching Rougarou at a time where he might can go the distance. I know y'all like, man, you got to be dumb to think somebody going the distance against Prograis, but y'all do remember Terry Flanagan did go the distance with him, you know what I'm saying? So it is possible to go the distance with him and still lose. So I shot my shot and came up short, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I fucked up big time on the Champ Ross yesterday, though, because I had that Avanesian. I had him by first round knockout, and then I turned around and changed it to a second round knockout and fucked myself out the bonus. And that kept me from being in third place. I ended up getting fourth place instead of third place. Napoleon said he got a badass sativa on deck. I got you. I don't really like the sativas. I can do a sativa dominant hybrid, but not just a straight sativa though. It should have me feeling like I'm too jittery. You know what I'm saying? Raymond Knight, salute to you. Welcome to the gym. This your first time. King of the Kinfolk say, yeah, I mean Jamal. Jamel is still hungry and got a mean streak. Yeah, he still got that herb to him, that meanness to him. I saw a video from him today and he called somebody a bitch. You know what I'm saying? He don't mind. Raymond Knight said, no, he was quiet. Brockton in the house got me. Oh, you talking about Marvelous Marvin Hagler? Absolutely. That's what I was thinking too. Shit, he ain't gonna be on no live stream. Marvin Hagler be in the mountains somewhere, pulling a sled or some shit after chopping some wood. I was thinking, man, do fighters even chop wood anymore? Instead of chopping wood, they doing live streams and shit and talking and smiling and skinning and grinning is what I like to call it. Nigga, go chop some wood somewhere, nigga. Right? Hold on. Gil Cole said, I missed the Regis fight. Yeah, I missed that shit too. I'm going to go check it. D-Lo, salute to you. Said maybe Jamal got tired of Jamel whining about being called Little Charlo and about feeling slighted, so Big Bro took nice lessons, goddamn. Yeah, I guess so. I know you ain't being serious, though. J1 Pro Da Vinci, salute to you. Say salute to all the players in the gym, goddamn. Hey, salute to all the players across the earth and across the entire universe. You know what I'm saying? L-Dub, one time, say Regis look good. He should fight Zepeda for the vacant WBC next. I take it. I ain't gonna lie, Zepeda. That motherfucker made me eat crow in his last fight because I picked against him and shit, man. But I gotta have some respect for him. Y'all know me, it's kind of hard because he only got 15 amateur fights, so it's kind of hard for me to believe in that shit 100%. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. He gave a tough ass fight to Ramirez. He went out there and knocked out the prodigy in his last fight. So you know, it is what it is. Motherfucking fight. Southpaw too. Hit hard. L-Dub said Jose Zepeda won last 2. He won last 2. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Gil Cole said, how bad was Blair Cobb ass whooping? I didn't see the fight straight through, man. I saw the highlights that the zone be posting. That shit was like 15 minutes. I felt like I got a pretty decent feel for the fight, you know what I'm saying? But one of the main things that stood out for me was before the fight even started. It was at the weigh-in. The motherfucker weighed in at like 145 and a half. This guy is like 5'11" fighting at welterweight. What's the purpose of coming in at 145 and a half? You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to change my pick to him getting stopped. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this guy pretty tough, so he probably go the distance. But I was like, man, him coming in so light, it kind of make me think that he might slow down towards the end of this fight. But I went against that judgment and just stayed with my pick.
J1 Pro, salute, bro. J Cooley, salute, fam. What's happening? MZ talk boxing. That's musically zone. Talks boxing. Salute, fam. What's happening, bro?
Salute, OG. J Cooley was going down. D'Lo said David Avenesian been on the tear since losing to King Pete and getting stopped by Mean Machine. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to take him by first round knockout. He got a first round knockout not that long ago. But I'm gonna tell you what scared me. This is what made me scared. Because Carlos Ocampo, I think that's the guy that fought Earl Spence. In his last fight, I wanted to take him by first round knockout. Or I think it was first round knockout. He got a second round knockout, I want to say. Or it might have been flipped the other way. It was something like that happened, though, with that Ocampo fight. And that shit made me spook. So instead of taking the first round, I took the second round like a dumbass. Yeah, that shit was weak. Pecos Bill, I see. L Dub say last night, my bad. He say, oh, Jose Zepeda won last night. I ain't even know he had a fight last night. Okay, that's what's up. L Dub said after the fight, Regis called Catterall in the ring and called him out. All right, that's player. I will say I went back and I watched Josh Taylor versus Catterall again, and I scored the fight this time because the first time I just watched it, but I didn't score it. And this is gonna be controversial. But I did have Josh Taylor winning the fight 13-12. I did have it 7-5 for Taylor. I had him with two point deductions. And I had that 1 point deduction for he got Josh Taylor got 2 point deduction from a knockdown, and he hit the guy after the round, and that put him at 13. And I had the other guy at 5 rounds, and he lost a point for holding, and that made it 13-12. So it'll be controversial, you know what I'm saying? But I had it 113 to 112 for Josh Taylor. But in the scorecards, I ain't tripping on it though. If you feel like Catterall won, the fight was that close that it was a few swing rounds in there. You know what I'm saying? King of the Kinfolk said Blair used his face for defense, curl juice all over the damn ring. He was trying to use his legs too, though. He was out there trying to move around a little bit. That's what kind of had me thinking, like, damn, is he gonna be able to, well, I wasn't thinking that watching it, but when I watched the replay and shit, I was like, yeah, it seemed like that weight will have an impact on him, you know what I'm saying? Because he used a bunch of energy. And you coming in at 145 and a half at the weigh-in, that didn't make sense. But hey, it kind of makes sense though, because he don't have a lot of experience. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Gold, salute to you. That's Bruce Gas. I mean, said, what's up, brothers? I'm hitting on some grape apes. Said he got him a good indica out there on them boards. L does say Carlos Ocampo fighting this weekend versus Michael Zuski in Canada. It sounded like I called a Michael Zuski fight. That sound for me. I think I called a Michael Zuski fight at some point. Raymond Knight said, waiting for my white wedding to dry. I chopped today. Smoking some dispo stuff. Said he got some cookies on deck. All right, that's what's up, man. Shit, I just got to be on this legal shit right now because I'm off in Texas. But I got some of this THCP shit. It's actually a minor cannabinoid that's found in strains like cherry pie. But that shit is very potent. You know what I'm saying? L-Dub said he had a 113 to 112 for Catterall. Yeah, like I said, I ain't mad at you. It was a few swing rounds. I'm going to tell you what really what was standing out in my mind when I watched the fight. I was thinking Catterall, I was thinking he like a scrappy dude type dude. Because to me, he looked like a smaller guy that was fighting a bigger bully at school, at the playground. And it looked like he was scrappy as fuck, but he wasn't the guy that was taking charge in the fight. Like, even when he was having good moments, it was in retaliation. I felt like he was defending himself very well. I didn't feel like he was going out there taking the fight, winning the fight. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like he was defending himself like a motherfucker. Raymond Knight, I see. L does say Mean Machine stopped Zuski on top rank. That's probably why you heard. Oh, no, I called that fight. Now that you say that shit, I called that fight. I most definitely called that fight. I remember Mean Machine got the stoppage, and I picked Mean Machine in that fight too. Right as the champ said, he got him some of that white Tahoe on deck. What is that shit, man? You kids, you smoke the same thing every time, man. What is that? Some Tahoe G mixed with some white Rhino or something? It sounds like it might be a hybrid of that shit. But y'all ain't answer my did y'all answer my question in the chat, man? Do y'all feel like Charlo is still the hit man? Do y'all feel like he's still a killer? Or do y'all feel like he's getting kind of comfortable in his life and things is going pretty good? He got him some pretty decent money. He got him a beautiful family. He got him a nice home. He got possessions like cars and shit. Do y'all feel like he kind of satisfied? Because that's what I kind of got from it. I kind of felt like he was satisfied with what he's accomplished and what he's obtained so far. I just didn't feel like I was hearing a guy that want to kick the door in. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All I heard was Charlo don't hit me. No, I ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Gass said, I got a little of that white Tahoe cookie in the hole, goddamn. So he got him a bowl of that shit. Gil Cole said, Maul don't want no real smoke. Well, I guess it's kind of hard to say he do since he going up against Selecki. Even though I probably should have a little bit more respect for Selecki. I mean, he only lost to two guys that can fight. Who he lose to? Andrade and Danny Jacobs or some shit like that. The motherfucker was like 110 and 30 as an amateur. Excuse me. So we'll have a little bit of respect for him. But I don't think he got much punching power. He don't really present much of a threat to Charlo, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking maybe they wanted Charlo to fight this guy so he can get a devastating knockout because he ain't really had a bunch of knockouts. How many knockouts has he had like in his last 5 fights? I think he had like 1 knockout in his last 5 fights or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking maybe they want to get him a knockout. But Selecki ain't never been knocked out before though. So he might not knock this guy out. And I think that's probably gonna rub some people the wrong way. Because a lot of people feel like Selecki is a soft touch and people are expecting Charlo to knock him out. Selecki has never been knocked out before, though, so it's a chance that he might go the distance. If he goes the distance against Charlo, people going to start talking shit, especially off of the performance that Charlo had in his last fight. That's what I think. Right as the chance that Charlo appears to have lost some hunger. I mean, it's understandable. It's understandable. You know what they say in science? They say once a man reaches the age 30, his testosterone starts to decline by 1% every year. So he's 31 now. So he ain't at that peak testosterone no more. Maybe he is starting to lose his edge, lose a little bit of that killer.
Hey, the new fight card is out too. Chad Ross just put it out. We got a Showtime and ESPN card. Constantine on there, Joey Spencer on there.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm thinking about taking Garcia this weekend.
Gilbert Shell fighting. So you think about taking who?
Yeah, I'm thinking about taking Terrell Garcia this weekend against Tim Tszyu. I mean, Tim Tszyu ain't got that deep amateur background. This guy Garcia was 158 and 16. I think he was an Olympian, or he at least fought at the Olympic trials. As a professional, he done been in the ring with some solid guys. Oh, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
That Alma Brown, salute, sis.
Salute.
What's good?
That's the angel right there, man. What's up with you?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, this guy, Carson Tszyu son, he don't have a deep amateur background. He do got some fights, man. I don't know exactly how many he got off the top of my head. I want to say like 30 or something like that. I think it's less than 50 though, for sure. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's hard for me to believe in the sons of good fighters. And I'm gonna say that Carson Tszyu Sr., well, not Carson Tszyu Sr., but Carson Tszyu, his pops, he's a legendary fighter. He's a great fighter. Even as an amateur, he was like 259 and 11. The motherfucker was an Olympian. He was an undisputed champion at 140. He is a legend. It's hard for me to believe in their kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know many father and son combinations that were just real good. I can't think of none off the top of my head. But for the most part, the dad be good, but the son don't be that good. Or the dad be okay and the son be pretty good. But I don't believe in the sons are good fighters. He gonna have to show it to me. I've been watching him train on some videos here lately, and his training, his technique looks kind of basic. It ain't nothing that Terrell Garcia ain't never seen before. If the scoring is on the up and up, I think he got a chance to go out here and beat this guy, man. I might be eating some crow, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Winston Lee, salute, bro. What's happening?
Salute. Let me look in the chat. Rod as a chancellor, I said, or maybe Charlo is listening to the wrong people. That shit kind of crossed my mind too, because he had said several times, like, that's not the way to go no more, man. You know, that'll make him not want to fight you and all that kind of shit. But my thing is, well, I guess it's different since his brother ain't trying to fight no cash cow motherfucker, but his brother ain't really changed nothing. He's still getting the results that he wants. He getting the fights that he wants, but he ain't chasing no Canelo. So I guess it's different. L Dub said it depends on the opponent. If it's J Rock and Andre, Charlo is the hitman. Against everyone else, he's just male swim brother. Say it again. It depends on if it's J Rock and Andre, Charlo is the hitman. Against everyone else, he just male swim brother. Yeah, see, but that's that even that J Rock shit, that's way back at 140, man. That shit was a long time ago, man. A lot done changed since he done fought against J Rock. Probably. Changes in life. You know what I'm saying? What year was that when he fought J Rock? What year was that? Was it like 2017 or 2018? Shit, for a fighter, man, that's a long time, man. So I think he a different guy than he was when he was at 154. Miss Almond Brown said, "What's up, the Marlo Tracks in the chat, shared and listening in. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too." Raymond Knight said, "The money will make you soft quick." Yeah, square business. D-Bid OG said, Maul is scared of that pressure. Say my name. Yeah, that motherfucker Tyson had me laughing when he said that. She said, say his name. Now call him a bitch or something. You know what I'm saying? L-Dub said, hold on. Yeah, I like Zoo to outbox Garcia, plus Zoo has been active. I'm pretty big on the activity and stuff, man, but I really like the activity. I look at that when I feel like it's pretty close. So this might be one of those situations. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, activity is not enough of a reason for me to pick a side. It just be like the method of victory. Like I might not look at the activity and be like, I'm gonna bet against him. Instead of taking him by knockout, I might take him by decision as an example of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm just so big on the amateur background, bro. It's that shit wins most of the time. I have a guy with a crude type of amateur background going against a decorated amateur. Man, it's just hard for me to go against that shit, man. I got to take a long, hard look at Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just made my mind up completely, man, but I got to take me another look at Garcia, man. And Brown said, nothing much, y'all. Just got off my own live. Hope y'all had a great day, man. We definitely appreciate you coming through. I had a good time when I went and checked out y'all live stream the other day, too, when we were pulling up them videos and stuff. But y'all quit ignoring me in the chat when I drop a comment. Acknowledge me like you acknowledge everybody else. Don't be making me jealous in that motherfucker. L-Dub says, Zoo 20-0. Okay, that's what's up. I got a feeling he might be 20-1. Or maybe 20-0-1. I can see that too, man. I could see Garcia going out there making this shit close and they call it a draw or something. I just don't know if he's just gonna go out there and get whooped. Let me ask you this question: has Garcia ever been stopped? I don't think he ever been stopped off the top of my head. Winston Lee, salute to you, man. I've been looking for you. Because my brother, last week, you came in dead last in the Champ Ross. When I say dead last, I mean dead last. I'm glad that you came back with something this week, my brother. You had to come back with something. Napoleon Armstrong said, yeah, that shit was at 54, man. L-Dub said 2016. I don't even remember what I was doing in 2016, man. Shit, a lot done changed for me since 2016. That was a long time ago, bro. Napoleon Armstrong said Tyson whole mentality was savage, but that shit just didn't click in my head. Can't sit at the table with the greats cut from a different cloth. you know what? I was kind of thinking that, but what was really in my mind is that Tyson feels like he really kind of afraid of Benavidez. Because if you notice, that's the name that he kept on mentioning, the Mexican monster, the Mexican monster. It's other guys that Charlo can fight. Like it's middleweights in his own division that he can fight. We thinking about Golovkin, Andre when he was there. Murata, you can fight him. Munguia, if they ever let him fight somebody. It's fights out there. We got fights at 168. But Tyson kept on mentioning the same name over and over. He kept on saying the Mexican monster, Benavidez. I think he feels like Charlo is afraid of Benavidez. That's what was in my mind. Miss Almond Brown said, I spoke to you, Trey. She talking about, she laughing, talking about acknowledge all your comments. No, you acknowledged my first comment, Miss Lady. After that, you went 0 dark 30 on your boy Trey X. Talking about come back Wednesday to my co-host channel, and I got you. Goddamn, yeah, y'all better stop mistreating me off in there, man. You know what I'm saying? But I still have fun off in there with y'all. If y'all ain't subscribed to Miss Almond Brown, man, y'all subscribe to her channel. I always say she like one of the glue people in the community. Keep everybody together and shit. They're always sharing your videos and stuff. Gil Cole said, I'm 47 points from first place in the Chan Ross. I got 2 weeks to clear out the division. Man, I'm so pissed off at myself, man, because I really cheated myself out of first place this week. It was 2 fights that did it for me. The first fight was the fight I told you about with Albanesian. I went from a first round knockout to second round knockout, and that cost me 7 points. And the other fight was the Japanese fight, the rematch. I just didn't understand how the guy that got knocked out the first time, he come back as the favorite, and you got knocked out last time. So I just went on ahead and rolled with the guy that won the first time, and he went out there and got knocked out in 3 rounds. But I did see that he was the underdog, and I almost took him. But I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take the guy that won the first time. But if I would have did what I should have done, that would have been 17 extra points, and that would have put me at 132. And that would have been first place for the week. 10 points on the bonus. That's 27 points. That shit would have had me behind you by like 3 points. And I would have been tied up with Toby Bartlett. Yeah, I done the math on all that shit. I'm over here mad as a motherfucker, boy, because I was about to be on your heels. But I gave it up. I beat my own self this season. Rod Ashley Champ said, I want to see Maul versus Triple G. I've been saying that fight, man. I'm talking about I've been saying that I felt like Charlo was a bad matchup for Triple G. I always said that shit. Because I just know that Triple G, he don't really like when you go out there and be first on him. You know what I'm saying? Because he not like a real good counter puncher. You go out there and you be first on Triple G. You step to Triple G. You don't go out there and run from him. Don't fight him like Willie Monroe, where you give him the opportunity to feel like he the hunter and you scared, you an antelope, you running from him. No, you step to him and you get your offense off first because he's not a good counter puncher. And that's what Charlo do for the most part. So I thought he was a good matchup against Triple G. Well, yeah, they probably saw the same thing. The matchmakers ain't crazy. Alma Brown said you gave your answers about which concerts you would go to, but okay. And thank you. Oh, yeah, I forgot y'all did read my Bob Marley comment. I forgot about that one. But that was like, y'all read about 2 or 5. I'll give y'all a good 40%. You still failed, though. 40 is an F. L-Dub said the Japanese guy was still the favorite, even though he lost was because he caught COVID before the first and went into the fight less than 100. You know what? I was thinking that it had to be something that's the meaning of this. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking maybe he was injured or something like that. But you know, to be honest, my knowledge with them small guys and shit like that ain't that good. And I was kind of lazy about it. I ain't really just do my due diligence. So I just went on ahead and just rolled with the guy that won the first time. You know what I'm saying? But that definitely do make sense, man. That's a good reason for a guy to come back with something. Almond Brown said, I'm not fooling with you, Trey. Okay, stay on topic. I got you, man. Don't worry about it. And sometimes I just come in here and bust your chops and shit too, man. You ain't got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man, we got some people off of here, man. We can get off into the trivia if y'all want to. Just want to chop it up a little bit, then get off into this shit. I got a few questions. Mainly some modern day boxing questions, though. I didn't really get off into the history too tough. You know what I'm saying? So If y'all want to go ahead and get started, man, type of 1. If y'all just want to keep chopping it up, type of 2. We can do whatever you want to do. It's Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just been chilling. We ain't got no football games or watching nothing. And I ain't really been on the basketball and shit. Hell, my favorite thing that happened in basketball is when Juwan Howard slapped the shit out that coach. That shit tickled me to death, boy. Because it was funny to me because he wasn't even talking to the dude. And the dude came in and got in his business, and Juwan Howard slapped the dog shit out of his motherfucking ass. Gil Cole, okay, talking about our cartoon. Yeah, man, appreciate you saying that. If y'all, whenever y'all get a chance, man, y'all go check out our newest episode of our cartoon, man. Uncle Nephew. You might get a couple of laughs out of it. Several people they say that they think it's a good episode. And the thing that I like about it is the people saying that they like it for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Some people say I like this part. Some people say I like that part. So that made me feel pretty good that we did a good job, man. Salute to my boy Chapo Chris Rayner. Miss Alma Brown said, just give me my honorary point. I'll be listening, goddamn. Yeah, you always gonna get an honorary point. But let me say this though. Last time I gave you an honorary point, that shit threw off my whole count. You know what I'm saying? At the end. I'm counting your little honorary point. Shit, they had my whole count off. Had me up here looking dumb like I don't know how to count and shit. But I remember this time though. But I don't have no votes, man. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Type of 1 if you want to jump into the trivia. Type of 2 if you just want to chop it up. Gil Coles, he dropped a link to the cartoon. Definitely appreciate that, bro. We had to get on Gil Cole's ass in the cartoon too. And I want to say this too, man. I had fucked up because I was supposed to put my boy Moody Trayweather in the cartoon, but I put the wrong person off in there. I put Little Feezy. That motherfucker don't even live in Texas. He live in Tennessee, and I'm talking about he gonna leak up with Unc and go to the fight with my dumb ass. Gil Colgate talking to El Chapo. Miss Almond Brown gave me a 1. They must be scared of that trivia tonight, Miss Almond Brown. I don't know what's going on. The shit ain't even that hard. Almond Brown said she'll check out the cartoon. Okay, definitely appreciate that. Drop us a little old like one time. You know what I'm saying? I'm already working on the next one too. I'm working on the script for the next cartoon. I'm just putting together some little old pieces and stuff. I'm going to try to stay more consistent with the content, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to stay on top of the trivia. We're going to be on the cartoon, you know what I'm saying? Have some fun with this shit. But damn, man, it sounds like I hear some crickets in this motherfucker, man. Almond Brown said, you see what happened last time? I think Xavier was killing the trivia. He was. But Xavier a monster, though. He always come kill the trivia. He done won one of our tournaments and all that. Xavier the boxing nerd. He definitely a boxing nerd for sure. He know all that shit. Rod as the champ said, I forgot Trey was snitching in the cartoon. Yeah, I just thought that shit would be funny, man. Hey, I'm going to say something too. Y'all motherfucker don't get the wrong idea, because one of my jokes that I had off in there, I was like, man, I ain't, when I was talking about the women, I said, man, I ain't got but a good 6 inches, and you trying to get that fucked off. And I saw some people commented on that shit. Hey, don't go to tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Trey X is okay. Now, your boy Trey X is okay. I'm dropping something long and something strong in him. Don't even worry about it.
Joseph Brown, salute, bro. What's happening? What's good with it, bro?
All rise for the Honorable Judge Joe Brown. Salute to you. What's going down? Gil Cole said, 1, let's go before Rival come in. Okay, we got a few ones. Let's go ahead and go with it. Let me grab a pen real quick, man. God damn, black folks ain't never got their shit together. Okay, let's go. The first question. Like I said, y'all, this shit is not difficult. Number 1, what fighter's nickname is inspired by his best friend, Aroldis Chapman, and his mother's name? Salute the Iceberg Nerd. What's going down with you? Say salutation. Once again, what fighter's nickname is inspired by his best friend, Aroldis Chapman, and his mother's name?
Iceberg, salute, bro. Derek Bailey in the building. Salute, bro.
Derek Bailey, salute. What's going down, bro? I didn't even see what place you came in the Champ Ross this week. I was off in fourth and shit, man. Should have been at least third, though, if I ain't changed my pick. Once again, what fighter's nickname is inspired by his best friend, Aroldis Chapman, and his mother's name? He took an element from both parts and put it together and came up with his nickname. I'm talking about this shit ain't gonna be that hard. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't have known that shit in the beginning, though. L Dub got that shit. That'll be your Dennis Ugis. So L Dub strike first blood on them, boy. L Dub Boxeo. I see y'all. I see Gil Cole putting up the rear. Next question. What southpaw goes by the alias Lex? Only has one loss to Speedy and recently knocked the S off the Flair's chest. I know that shit a lot easier. Once again, what southpaw goes by the alias Lex? Only has one loss to Speedy and recently knocked the S off of Flair's chest. Okay, L Dub got that one. That'll be Alexis Rocha, or Rocha, however you say that shit. L Dub Boxeo. Next question. What heavyweight came off back-to-back losses to Dempsey McKean and Efe Ajagba to score two back-to-back upset victories in a row? I see you down there. Napoleon and Gil Cole, Joseph Brown. Once again, what heavyweight came off back-to-back losses to Dempsey McKean and Efe Ajagba to score two back-to-back upset victories? L Dub got another one. That'll be Johnny Rice. Y'all talking about them, y'all want to get started before Unrivaled coming. Y'all got L Dub in the building. like that, like that's any easier. Okay, next question. What future Hall of Famer is the only man to defeat a French southpaw who holds a win over Rashid Warren? L Dub said Johnny Rice has some smoke on the PBC coming up this summer. I hope he come in better shape than he came in his last fight, because he came in fat as fuck in a rematch. So hopefully he start training again. You know what I'm saying? But once again, what future Hall of Famer is the only man to defeat a French southpaw who holds a win over Rashid Warren? Marlo laughing, talking about y'all sleep on L Dub. Yeah, like that's any easier. Joseph Brown said, damn, we're Twitter famous when you need them, huh? Again, what future Hall of Famer is the only man to defeat a French southpaw who holds a win over Rashid Warren? L Dub came back with another one. That'll be the great Nonito Donaire. L Dub. Boxeo. We call him one time on the corner, though. Okay, next question. Salute to Miss Lex Lex. What fighter withdrew from his fight versus Brady Prescott with an elbow injury, which allowed Terrence Crawford to fight his first 10-rounder and be seen by the world?
It's Lex. Salute, sis.
Salute. Pecos Bill. L Dub said Donaire versus Anui 2 in the works for June. Goddamn, that shit should be a good fight. That was a banger, that first fight. Hell, Marlo got up and called that shit too. Once again, what fighter withdrew from his fight versus Brady Prescott with an elbow injury, which allowed Terrence Crawford to fight his first 10-rounder and be seen by the world? L Dub say Mike Alvarado. No, sir. He just left the window open for y'all to come get y'all one. I thought this one might be a tough question. This was tough by design. Once again, what fighter withdrew from his fight versus Brady Prescott with an elbow injury, which allowed Terrence Crawford to fight his first 10-rounder and be seen by the world? Napoleon Armstrong said Keith Thurman. No, sir. You know Keith Thurman ain't fight at them low weight classes. He ain't never fought below 147, if I ain't mistaken. Okay, L Dub got it. I'm gonna go and give it to him. He got the first. Oh yeah, we changed the rule anyway. We said you can come with either one. That'll be Khabib Alek Verdiev. So that's another one for L Dub. L Dub boxing. Next question. What former champion was 101 amateur, 6-time national champion, but lost to Demetrius Andrade twice at the Olympic trials? Napoleon said, you said injury. I said, what I said? I said injury. Yeah, he withdrew from the Alex Verdiev, he withdrew from the fight with the elbow injury. I don't see what's wrong with what I said, my brother. Gil Cole talking about Victor Postal. L Dub said the guy Broner won his 4-division title against. I remember, I think, a matter of fact, I bet on that fight. I remember that fight because I bet on that motherfucker. They had Broner as a 2-1 favorite. And I saw that the guy was a sucker for the lead right hand, and I took Broner in that fight. Bet some money on it. Once again, what former champion was 101-6 amateur, 6-time national champion, but lost to Demetrius Andrade twice at the Olympic trials? Gil Cole talking about you got the Chico. Yeah, L Dub got that shit. That'd be Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is the answer. See, Gil Cole, you supposed to have that one, bro. You ain't no real Thurman fan. You just be passing out them flutes at them schools and shit, trying to influence the youth. But you ain't no real Keith Thurman fan. You ain't even get the question right. Next question. What southpaw goes by the alias Chong? Only had 15 amateur fights, scored a devastating knockout on the Prodigy, and served his boy Trey X and Crow in the process. Yeah, you ain't no real Thurman fan, man. Once again, what southpaw goes by the alias Chong? Only had 15 amateur fights, scored a devastating knockout on the Prodigy, and served your boy Trey X and Crow in the process. That'll be Jose Zapata. And that's another one for L Dub. L Dub Boxeo with another one. Next question. Who was the highest medaling male in the 2016 Olympics? Zapata had a second round body shot knockout in Mexico last night. Okay. Once again, who was the highest medaling male in the 2016 Olympics? L Dub got another one. That'll be the young, great Shakur Stevens. That's another one for L Dub. Next question. Who is the last fighter to go the distance versus Regis Prograis and goes by, hold on. Who is the last fighter to go the distance versus Regis Prograis and lose and goes by the alias Turbo? Gil Cole said L Dub giving answers and info. Marlo told me this is a sweet gym history in the making. This crap. What's up to Chris Ray, man? Once again, who is the last fighter to go the distance and lose versus Regis Prograis and goes by the alias Turbo?
Chris Ray.
Got another one.
Salute.
That'll be Terry Flanagan. Yeah, I know I said his name earlier, bro. That crossed my mind when I was reading the question, you know what I'm saying? Okay, next question. What fighter goes by the alias Blue Machine and is 1-3 since obtaining his first professional loss in a failed undisputed attempt? I see you, Derek Bailey. Once again, what fighter goes by the alias Blue Machine and is 1-3 since obtaining his first professional loss in a failed undisputed attempt? L Dub got another one. That'll be Julius Sendango. That's another one for L Dub Boxeo. Salute to my boy Eric Carr, man. What's going down with you? Yeah, man, these boys need some backup in this motherfucker, man. We might have to break y'all down into teams. Every man against L Dub. And that motherfucker L Dub is the favorite. That motherfucker the favorite over everybody. And don't get it twisted. If I was down there with y'all, I'd be getting my ass beat too, especially on this modern day boxing. Okay, next question. What Cuban fighter has an 85% knockout percentage and was the first man to beat and stop the beast? Alma Brown said she picked L Dub. She said, L Dub, I choose you. Yeah, that motherfucker cold, man. I mean, it's some people that can fight back, but L Dub is a monster. Salute to La D, that's the queen.
Yeah. Salute, sis. When you said modern day, I said, shit. they talking about Xavier the boxing nerd. This nigga L Dub know the injuries, which was what last fight could happen in him. L Dub up on all this.
Yeah. Once again, what Cuban fighter has an 85% knockout percentage and was the first man to beat and stop the beast? Lala D, you can come get you some of this ass whooping too. She at least threw a guess out there or a tease. No, ma'am. El Chopper, what is that? Rougarou or something? Once again, what Cuban fighter has an 85% knockout percentage and was the first man to stop the beast? L Dub say Barrera. That ain't no sir. Not Barrera. Rod as the champ say Sanchez. I don't know what Sanchez was. That Frank Sanchez or something? Oh yeah, he is Cuban. No sir. That's not who I'm talking about. That is not who I'm talking about. What Cuban fighter has an 85% knockout percentage and was the first man to beat and stop the beast? L Dub gave me a 5. Let me get one more 5. We're going to keep it moving. I just read this today, so I feel pretty confident that I'm right. I think I got this straight off the motherfuckers. I got it straight off his box rec page. Okay, Lala D gave me a 5. His name is Uniel Dorticos, the cruiserweight. He was the first person to beat Andrew Tabiti. So 5 get that spot. I was high as a motherfucker when I was doing the question, but I think I'm pretty confident that I'm right though. Okay, next question. Daniel Argueta is the only man to beat what ambidextrous fighter who goes by the alias Vaquero? Once again, Daniel Argueta is the only man to beat what ambidextrous fighter who goes by the alias Vaquero? Chris Wright said, kindly share this video by any means necessary, man. We definitely appreciate that. Once again, Daniel Argueta is the only man to beat what ambidextrous fighter who goes by the alias Vaquero? Eric Gore dropped a 5. Come on, man. You can't drop a 5 on this. L Dub got it. That'll be Emmanuel Navarrete. That's the cowboy. That's another one for L Dub. One time. Okay. Oh, I done fucked up somewhere. No, I didn't. I'm good. I'm right on point. Never mind. I'm right on point. Okay, next question. What fighter goes by the alias Hard Work and holds two decision losses to Zerto? Eric Gore talking about tapping with the pain of the figure 4. Elder said Navarrete versus Nova looking like May on top rank. Yeah, I picked the Nova guy in the last fight. I wasn't just super impressed by him. Navarrete probably gonna whoop his ass, even though Nova does have an amateur background and he was coming off a layoff in his last fight. But I don't think he can beat Navarrete. But you got the question right, man. That'll be Jesse Hart. Jesse Hart. That's another one for L Dub. L Dub say Hart would beat Belonga. Hey man, when I saw Belonga last night, man, I don't think he liked the bright lights. He looked uncomfortable the whole time I looked at him, even in the background when he was warming up. I almost changed my pick. You know what I'm saying? And I picked him to no, I didn't. I picked him by knockout. I was thinking about another fight. I was about to lie and say I picked him to go the distance, but I picked Xander Zayas to go the distance. Everybody else just about picked him to win by knockout. But your boy Trey X kind of slick though. You know what I'm saying? Okay, next question. Next question. What fighter has the most losses in British boxing history at 256? Eric Carr said Belonga looked like he want me to win some money. Oh, you gonna fade that motherfucker, huh? Well, I was also thinking, man, ever since that Erickson Lubin shit happened, where he got his ass towed up and dropped in the gym, and then that shit got posted on the internet, I think that might have hurt his confidence. You know what I'm saying? They took some of that mystique off of him a little bit. Salute the Big Duke. What's going down with you, bro? L Dub said the guy Kell Brook fought 2 times. Yeah, oh, I know he fought him at least one. He made his debut against this motherfucker. What's going down with you, Big Duke? Man, y'all subscribe to my boy channel, man. He do a fitness channel and shit. Salute to you. Derek Bailey got that shit. That'll be the great Peter Buckley. I said the great Peter Buckley. When he got 300 fights, he only been stopped 10 times. That's a motherfucker that fight to win. You know what I'm saying? He know he gonna lose, but he ain't gonna just lay down. But that's the first person to break the cycle for this motherfucker L Dub. So that'll be Derek Bailey. Hey, somebody handle that troll for me one time, man. Appreciate that shit. Okay, so Derek Bailey. Okay, next question. What fighter has the most losses in British boxing history at hold on. What fighter has the most losses in boxing history, period, at 276? Napoleon said, yeah, Derek Bailey broke the sweep, man. Hey, history will not be made tonight. Once again, what fighter has the most losses in boxing history at 276? Hey, we done mentioned this motherfucker on the corner before. You know what I'm saying? Once again, what fighter has the most losses in boxing history, period, at 276? But he wasn't going the distance like Peter Buckley. This dude here was getting his ass knocked out. I think he got knocked out like 40 times or something like that. It was a bunch of times. Gil Cole's got that shit. That'd be the great Reggie Strickland. The journeyman of journeymen. You know what I'm saying? Gil Coles and got on the board in this motherfucker. Okay, next question. This is going to be kind of tough. Napoleon said 276. Is the motherfucker still alive? Yeah, he's still alive, man. Jay Fuller, what's up with you, man? Okay, next question. What fighter ran with the black team foursome in Europe and became the first black fighter pilot in World War I? I just got a book about this guy too, man. This is a good ass book. After this question, I got to tell y'all about the book. I got to tell you about the book, man. It's one of them books that's kind of hard to put down. I've been pretty goddamn busy lately, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't had no choice but to put it down. But it'd be hard to put it down, though. Once again, what fighter ran with the black team foursome in Europe and became the first black fighter pilot in World War I? Okay, Gil Coles got that shit. That'll be Eugene Bullard. That's another one for Gil Coles. But I just got this book, y'all. It's called, well, I ain't just get it. I actually been having it, but I just got a chance to really get into it and read it. But it's called All Blood Runs Red. It's by Phil Keith with Tom Clavin. It says the legendary life of Eugene Bullard. He was a boxer, a pilot, a soldier, and a spy. And he came from Georgia, Jim Crow South shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to break up the trivia to get off into it, but it's a very good book, y'all. It's hard to put it down. It have these moments where your heart beat in your chest because you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And it be some real life and death situations that be going on. It have sometimes in the book, it make you laugh. Sometimes it make you nervous. You know what I'm saying? But it's a real good book, man. And I'm only a third of the way through. The man is only 21 at the point of the book I'm in. And he already done so much shit, man. If y'all ever get a chance to get you a good book to read, All Blood Runs Red by about Eugene Bullard is a great book, man. Square business. Okay, let me make sure I'm on point. All right, I'm on point. Next question. William Ward is the real name of what great fighter? Once again, William Ward is the real name of what great fighter? Gil Gold talking about where you at, L Dub? 2 points on deck. Lala D, okay, you couldn't remember his name. Said she'll be back. Napoleon Armstrong said, Andre, who is Andre? Oh, you talking about Andre Ward? That's his pop son. Excuse me. Eric R said, Mickey Ward, huh? Gil Cole said Billy Ward. This is a historical fighter right now, right here. Once again, I got a mixture, y'all. I got the new school question and I got some history questions too. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of got them mixed up and shit. But once again, William Ward is the real name of what great fighter? Historical fighter. And y'all can drop a 5 in the chat, man. You ain't got to feel no shame about it. It's all good. Drop you a 5, man. Drop me an uncle. Drop me a T.O. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that shit like tonic for my aching body. Once again, William Ward is the real name of what great fighter. Okay, I'm going to say the initials are KN. KN are the initials. Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be the great Kid Norfolk. That's one of them black murderers row type motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's another one for Gil Cole. Gil Cole's got the turkey. 3 in a row. Next question. What was the middleweight limit in the days of Jack Root? I see you pulling up the rear there, Bailey. Once again, what was the middleweight limit in the days of Jack Root? Gil Cole said you got him a strong 3 on them boys. Pecos Bill said, let me call Unc. Yeah, Uncle know Unc. Once again, what was the middleweight limit in the days of Jack Root? Napoleon say 150. That's a good guess. Eric Orr say 65. 165. I'm gonna go ahead and give you benefit of the doubt, but that ain't the right answer though. 165. No, sir. Y'all keep on guessing. It's somewhere in between Napoleon and Eric Orr. Somewhere between 150 and 165. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? Napoleon say 152. Hey, get closer to the middle of 150 and 165. Get closer to that shit and you'll have the right answer. Napoleon came back with 156. He hard-headed. All he got to do is listen to his boy Trey X, and you right there on the money. Y'all talking about 55, Gil Cole's. Come on, brother. You rounding down. Round up, my brother. Right between 150 and one. This motherfucking Napoleon, boy, y'all some monsters. Napoleon and Gil Coles came back with 159. Eric R got this shit. That'll be 158. I said halfway between 150 and 165. That will be 157.5, right? Round up, niggas, 158. So that'll be Eric R right there. I think that's the second one for Eric R. Now, that's his first time on the board. Okay, next question. Who did Jack Root defeat to win a portion of the light heavyweight title before his future unification bout with George Gardner? This one a little bit tougher. Once again, who did Jack Root defeat to win a portion of the light heavyweight title before his future unification bout with George Gardner? And his initials are KM. KM are his initials. Eric R said this one is froze. It's all good. I got you. Once again, who did Jack Root defeat to win a portion of the light heavyweight title before his future unification bout with George Gardner? And the initials are KM. KM are the initials. Who did Jack Root defeat to win a portion of the light heavyweight title before his future unification bout against George Gardner? Gil Coles came back with another one. That'll be Kid McCoy. So that's Kid McCoy for Gil Coles. Next question. Who did George Gardner defeat for a portion of the light heavyweight title before his future unification with Jack Root? And his initials are MH. Once again, who did George Gardner defeat for a portion of the light heavyweight title before his future unification with Jack Root? And his initials are MH. MH are the initials. Eric R say Henry. No, sir. This is a guy that fought at heavy. Okay, Gil Coles got this shit. That'd be Marvin Hart. That's another one for Gil Coles. Gil Coles trying to take this shit over coming down the stretch. Okay, next question. What fighter went by the alias the Croat Comet? Napoleon talking about old Merle Haggard. That's his real name or something? Maybe that's his real name. Derek Bailey, I see. Once again, what fighter went by the alias the Croat Comet? And his initials are FZ. FZ are his initials. One of the greatest welterweights of all time. The boxing librarian got him like ranked number 5 in welterweight history. One of the dirtiest men to ever fight too. Step on your feet, he'll bite you, thumb you in your eye, hit you on the hip flexors and your hip bones and shit so you can't move. Just a dirty motherfucker. He on the same list with Mysterious Billy Smith and all them motherfuckers. Just dirty. Once again, what fighter went by the alias the Croat Comet? He went 1-2 versus Charlie Burley. He won the first fight. Charlie Burley came back and won the next 2. In the last fight, he only threw his right hand 6 times in the whole fight. He went out there and beat the motherfucker with one hand, just the lead hand. It's one of the best lead hand performances in all of boxing history. Lead hand dominance. Iceberg Nerd got that shit. That'll be Fritzy Zivit. Dirty fighting motherfucker. That's Iceberg Nerd. Next question. What current unified champion pays homage to his Greek heritage with a famous Spartan war cry, never retreat, never surrender, tattooed on his body? Once again, what current unified champion pays homage to his Greek heritage with a famous Spartan war cry, never retreat, never surrender, tattooed on his body? Eric R got that shit. That'll be George Cambosis. That's another one for Eric R. Good shit. He right in front of Gil Cole. I wouldn't have known that shit. I ain't gonna even lie. Okay, next question. This is a Trey X special right here. What amateur tournament is often confused with the Pan American Games? Once again, what amateur tournament is often confused with the Pan American Games? Trey X special right here. Y'all know I love the amateur background. Again, what amateur tournament is often confused with the Pan American Games? And this really come into play when you be looking at them South American or Caribbean nation fighters. When you look at their amateur backgrounds and shit, that's when you'll start noticing this. Once again, what amateur tournament is often confused with the Pan American Games? Eric R said that would be the 5 game. 5-5 crib. That'll be the 5 games on hood. Gil Cole said the Olympics. Golden Gloves, goddamn. He said he's just gonna name them, something gonna stick. Give me one more 5 and we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna move. What amateur tournament is often confused with the Pan American Games? And this is actually like a easy answer. If you know the answer is easy. I guess that's stupid to say if you know the answer is easy. But what I'm saying is, once y'all see the answer, you understand what I'm saying. What amateur tournament is often confused with the Pan American Games? And if you look at them Cubans and shit like this is when it come into play, because you might be confused. That's really the reason why I asked the question, because I want people to know so they don't be confused. Napoleon came with the Panamanian. Hey, man, drop me a 5, man. I got 1 5 for Eric R. Let me get one more 5. L-Dub said the World Championship. That's a good answer. The AIBA World Championships. Eric R said the Pan-African Game. I actually never heard of that tournament. I'm going to be real with you. Yeah, that's an answer. Okay, Napoleon gave me a 5. The answer is the Pan-American Championships. The Pan-American Championships. If you look at a man amateur background, you might see the Pan-American Championships, and you might also see the Pan-American Games. But understand that the Pan American Games is the superior tournament. You know what I'm saying? So 5 get the spot. The Pan American Championships, those are not the same tournament. Not the same tournament. Okay, next question. How many times has Deontay Walder scored a first round knockout? Gil Coles came with it late as a motherfucker, the Pan American Championships. You late though. I done already dropped the 5, bro. 5 already got the spot. Xavier the boxing nerd, he came in with 21. That's close. That's not true according to what I was reading though. But it's close though. I see Eric R say 7. Rod S. the Champ say 17. Napoleon say 8. Xavier the boxing nerd is the closest. According to what I was reading, matter of fact, I just got this question today, but I will say this. I got this shit off of Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying? I did get this off of Wikipedia. I gotta be real about that one. Okay, Xavier the boxing nerd came back with what I got. That'll be 20. So that's one for Xavier the boxing nerd. Okay, next question. What form? Okay, damn, I wrote this shit crazy, man. But listen, this guy ain't no amateur no more. Okay, what 148-7 amateur goes by the alias El Terremoto? Once again, what 148-7 amateur goes by the alias El Terremoto? And this is a modern day boxing question right here. Okay, L Dub got that shit. That'll be Leo Santa Cruz. Leo, make sure I'm on point. Yeah, Leo Santa Cruz for L Dub. El Terremoto. Next question. How did Geron Ennis get the nickname Boots? L Dub say Leo's supposed to fight Lee Wood next. That'd be a good fight, man. Both them motherfuckers ain't got to go find each other. Lee Wood coming out a hell of a war, though. I think Santa Cruz might have the advantage just looking at it just real quick. You know what I'm saying? But once again, how did Geron Ennis get the nickname Boots? Excuse me. Yeah, this is just a straight up trivia question right here, man. How did Geron Ennis get the nickname Boots? Eric R said they accidentally called him that thinking it was bossy. Marlo said because all he wanted to wear was his Power Rain boots. Napoleon Armstrong say from Mom, I got to give it to Gil Coles, man, because he's so specific. It was a misspelling of Boops. See, his real nickname was Boops with a P at the end. And in the gym, people started calling him Boots because they thought Boots was Boots. So it was they started mispronouncing it. So I'm gonna go and give it to Gil Coles. Another one for Gil Coles. Okay, next question. What legendary fighter beat Robert Garcia for his IBF Super Featherweight title? Once again, what legendary fighter beat Robert Garcia for his IBF Super Featherweight title? Napoleon said, Mayweather, D-Ray, salute to you. What's going down? Napoleon say, Mayweather, no, sir. No, it ain't Mayweather. What legendary fighter beat Robert Garcia for his IBF Super Featherweight title? The guy I'm talking about did fight Mayweather, though. Everybody's saying Mayweather. Xavier the boxing nerd talking about Morales. Gil Coles got that shit. That'll be Diego Corrales. Chico. That's another one for Gil Cole. Chico Corrales. Chico Corrales. Hold on. Napoleon talking about Garcia or Guerrero. I said Robert Garcia. I think I said Robert Garcia. I'm on this gas, man. I'm 99% sure I said Robert Garcia, though. Goat smelling motherfucker. Okay, next question. What fighter was 158 and 16 amateur and will serve as a step-up opponent for the son of a legend on March 26th? That's an L-Dub special right there. Once again, what fighter was 158 and 16 amateur and will serve as a step-up opponent for the son of a legend on March the 26th? And like I said, it's an L-Dub special. I'm surprised that shit ain't even on the screen already. Derek Bailey said, you said Garcia. Okay, appreciate that. This motherfucker trying to make me feel like I'm crazy up here. Once again, what fighter was 158 and 16 amateur and will serve as a step-up opponent for the son of a legend on March the 26th? This is a modern day question too, so I don't want to have to drop no initials. Xavier the boxing there, so all the amateur record, but only modern amateur boxing been around since. That's not even true. You literally just got in here, bro. I've been asking questions and shit all day. How you gonna come in on number? What question did you get right? This man came in on number 24 and he gonna tell me what kind of questions I've been answering. And then at the same time, I'm doing this. I ask whatever the fuck I want to ask. If I want to, I'll just come in and just start asking amateur questions and don't say shit else. Because this is my shit. I do what the fuck I want to do. Once again, what fighter was 158 and 16 amateur and will serve as a step-up opponent for the son of a legend on March the 26th? That'll be Iceberg Nerd, Terrell Garcia. We was just talking about that shit early. Iceberg Nerd. Next question. Motherfucking ran me hot. What great fighter was a 240 and 10 amateur? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna leave it right there. I got some more shit to the question. What fighter was a 214 amateur? I'm gonna go ahead and get off that bullshit. And defeated Sean Mannion for the vacant WBA super welterweight title in 1984. I just want a motherfucker to know, man, don't come in here and tell me shit. If you got a correction to an answer, I'm all for that. But don't tell me about what I'm asking, because I ask what the fuck I want to ask. Straight like that. Okay, I'm seeing Lomachenko. No, sir, not Lomachenko. This is a great fighter. His initials are MM. Once again, what great fighter was a 240 and 10 amateur and defeated Sean Mannion for the vacant WBA super welterweight title in 1984? Okay, and look, ain't that the amateur record of a historical fighter? He's saying I'm asking amateur records for all modern day fighters, and this right here is an example of a historical fighter that I asked the amateur record for. Well, I can't stand a motherfucker that come talking to me. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. You come in halfway through this shit and telling me what the fuck I'm asking. Like, all right, once again, what great fighter was a 240 and 10 amateur and defeated Sean Mannion for the vacant WBA super welterweight title in 1984? And I understand too, a motherfucker gonna say that because you don't really know the amateur shit like that. So it's something that's not gonna resonate with you. I do. I like the amateur records because I actually fought amateur. So that shit stands out to me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Mike McCallum. So that's another one for Gil Cole. Okay, next question. What man is famous for being the only man to stop Teofilo Stevenson and he beat him twice? Xavier said, I got no issue with amateur records. 1980 isn't that old. There's a lot before the 1960s and the 1950s. Okay, how about this, bro? If you don't like the way it's done, why don't you do trivia yourself? It's people that's stealing our content anyway. Half these motherfuckers running around stealing our shit anyway. Why don't you do some trivia? That's all you got to do. Or unless you don't feel like sitting down for 3-4 hours at a time doing all that goddamn work, because it is work doing this trivia, believe it or not. Okay, next, once again, what man is famous for being the only man to stop Teofilo Stevenson and he beat him twice? As a matter of fact, I got an amateur question about a fighter that go back to the 20s, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Derek Bailey got that shit. That'll be Igor Vysotsky or something like that. So that's another one for Derek Bailey. Yeah, motherfuckers gonna tell me what you got a problem with. Nigga, why don't you go do this shit yourself? Go sit your ass down for 3-4 hours at a time and come up with your questions, just like I do. I done asked thousands of questions on this channel, literally. I got thousands of questions stockpiled that I done asked in this bitch. I done put the work in this whole nigga. Don't come telling me what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, next question. What man started Cuba's boxing school? Shit, cause I'm a fighter for real. A nigga stepped to me with some shit, man. My motherfucking aggression, a takeover like a motherfucker. I'm trying to be chill. Once again, what man started Cuba's boxing school? He's able to box. I sit down for 3-4 hours at a time doing other things in boxing. I'm talking about on a consistent basis because, as a matter of fact, I used to do trivia every day. We do it once a week now and shit like that. But I used to do this shit every single day. I would come in this bitch with like 80 questions every single day. Do that shit. And I'm talking about 3 or 4 hours. That shit really took 6 hours. And then I would come in here and do a 3-hour live stream when I get done. I done sat down for 9 hours straight working on this shit. Man, if you don't shut your ass up talking to me. Okay, what man started Cuba's boxing school? I don't see the answer for this shit. Napoleon say, Trey, he had that motherfucker that ran me hot, man. Let me go ahead and calm my ass down. Let me calm down. But he did run me hot, though. Real shit. Okay, I don't see the answer. Once again, what man started Cuba's boxing school? If Chris Rayner had his ass in here, he'll know the answer to this shit off the top. I already know. He'll call talking about keep arguing with his ass, Xavier. I need 3 points. No, man, it ain't even about arguing. It's really about not respecting the work that a motherfucker put in, nigga. Because I put a whole bunch of fucking work into this shit. And somebody that come in here and come talking to me about what I got going on my shit. And when you got your own channel, when you can do your own shit. Okay, I don't see the answer, y'all. His initials or AC. AC or his initials. Xavier said, bro, I did a boxing record on Wikipedia every day for over a month last year, thousands of fights, 6-7 hours, wah, blue, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And I ain't got shit. I ain't the one over there on over your shoulder telling you what you should be working on, though. I'm not telling you, well, damn, Xavier, you should be doing this on Wikipedia or doing that. You coming to tell me what kind of questions I'm supposed to ask, and all I'm doing is putting the amateur records on the beginning of the question so we know the amateur records, and that's not what the question is all about. It's other parts of the question that you can use to get the answer right. Gil Cole's got another one. That'll be Andre Shervanenko. Yeah, I mean, the amateur records mean something to me, so I'm going to ask what I want to ask. Period. You work on what the fuck you want to work on. I work on what the fuck I want to work on. Okay, next question. What Cuban living legend is a 3-time Pan American Games medalist, 5-time AIBA World Championship gold medalist, and 2-time Olympic gold medalist? Once again, what Cuban living legend is a 3-time Pan American Games gold medalist, 5-time AIBA World Championship gold medalist, and 2-time Olympic gold medalist? And then at the same time, I'm gonna tell you this will make me mad too, because he complaining because he can't latch on to that shit and get the questions right. He don't know the amateur backgrounds like that. So if you know that shit, you can kick him in his ass with this shit. That's what really bothers him, because he can't get the questions right. If I just ask amateur questions, he'll get his ass toe up in here. Once again, what Cuban living legend is a 3-time Pan American Games gold medalist, 5-time AIBA World Championship gold medalist, and 2-time Olympic gold medalist? And I'll tear your ass up my motherfucking self. I ain't got to send nobody to come get you. You can't fuck with me when it comes to the amateur backgrounds, and that's on God, nigga. 1,000%. Once again, what Cuban living legend is a 3-time Pan American Games gold medalist, 5-time AIBA world championship gold medalist and 2-time Olympic gold medalist. And his initials are JCLC. Again, what Cuban living legend? Hold on. Okay, I don't see the answer. What Cuban living legend is a 3-time Pan American gold medalist, 5-time AIBA World Championship gold medalist, and 2-time Olympic gold medalist? And his initials are JCLC. This ain't gonna be nobody that y'all heard of like readily off the top. You know what I'm saying? You might have to do a little bit of digging to find this guy, but that's the reason why I asked the question, because I feel like he deserves more attention. You know what I'm saying? But I do not see the answer to the question. So I got 1-5 from Gil Coles. Let me get one more 5 and I'm gone. One more 5 and I'm gone. Give me 1 Cinco, I'm gone. One more 5 and I'm gone. Gil, okay, Napoleon gave me another 5. His name is Julio Cesar La Cruz. Most of his accomplishments have been at light heavyweight, but his last gold medal that he won in the Olympics was in 2020, and that was at heavyweight. So Julio Cesar La Cruz, a living legend. So 5 gets a spot. Next question. What fighter was 105 amateur, goes by the alias The Destroyer, and scored the upset of 2019? Once again, what fighter was 105 amateur, goes by the alias The Destroyer, and scored the upset of 2019? I didn't really officially read that this was the upset of 2019, but I'm going to assume that it was the upset of 2019. Derek Bailey said that was a difficult question. What question are you talking about, bro? Once again, what fighter was 105 amateur, goes by the alias The Destroyer, and scored the upset of 2019? Okay, Gil Coles got that shit. That'd be Andy Ruiz. That's another one for Gil Coles. Andy Ruiz. Next question. What fighter goes by the alias The Heartbreaker and took his first professional loss to Cool Boy Steph? Once again, what fighter goes by the alias The Heartbreaker and took his first professional loss to Cool Boy Steph? Okay, Eric I got that shit. I'm going to go ahead and give it to him on the first name. That'll be Brandon Figueroa. There's another one for Eric R. Brandon Figueroa and this motherfucker. My blood pressure went back down now, y'all. I'm good now. We chilling now. I should have went on and got my TACP real quick. This motherfucker ran my blood pressure up. Next question. What welterweight contender was a 392-8 amateur and goes by the alias No Mercy? He ambidextrous too. I should throw that in there. I'm gonna say what welterweight ambidextrous contender was a 392-8 amateur and goes by the alias No Mercy? Oh, Derek Bailey, the Cuban amateur question. Okay, I got you. Julio Cesar La Cruz. Once again, what welterweight contender was a 392-8 amateur and goes by the alias No Mercy? Okay, Napoleon got that shit. That'd be Razab Butayev. Goddamn me. There's another one for Napoleon. Razab Butayev on these motherfuckers. I think he'll get out there and get on Boots in his ass too. I'm just being 100. Next question. What contender has over 475 amateur fights and goes by the alias The Dream? Once again, what contender has over 475 amateur fights and goes by the alias The Dream? I see y'all down there with the Hester or something like that. I don't even know who that is. I guess he got the same nickname as No Mercy, but I'm pretty sure he won 392-8 because that Butayev is a bad motherfucker. Once again, what contender has over 475 amateur fights and goes by the alias The Dream? I knew I was gonna get somebody, man. Appreciate y'all, boy, man. That shit was like tonic for my aching body. I said, can I trick somebody? Can I trick somebody? No, it ain't. It ain't Devin Haney. I appreciate y'all though, man. That shit like tonic for my aching body, man. That shit there to made the day good. What contender has over 475 amateur fights and goes by the alias The Dream? And y'all know that Devin Haney ain't no contender. That man is a champion. And he don't have 475 amateur fights. He was 130-8. Yeah, Pecos Bill, yeah, Devin Haney is a champion. Yeah, man, they tripped out on that shit, man. I just feel good that I tricked somebody. You know what I'm saying? But let me get that guess though, man. His initials are IM. I give y'all the initials because we don't this ain't a guy that gets talked about very often. You know what I'm saying? Once again, what contender has over 475 amateur fights and goes by the alias The Dream? Eric or Uma or something like that. Look at the box. He's able to box nerd. He mad. He said, I think it's funny that you got to put all that on me like I was telling you what to do. And that I was mad. I missed questions. I was just saying something I noticed about the questions throughout time. It sounded like complaining to me. And my motherfucking back is sitting up here hurting right now over these questions that I put together. I was not in the mood to hear none of that shit. And like I said, if it's something that you want done better, you have your own channel, you can go do it on your own channel. That's the main thing to me. Everybody else still our shit. You still our shit too. And go do it on your own channel the way that you feel like it should be done. Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Israel Madrimov. Oh, and you talking about me putting it on you about because you missed questions. This is not the first time this has happened too. That's another thing. Because this shit happened before where you said something about the amateur background, and it was after you missed a series of questions. And Marlo had to explain to you. Marlo told you that I throw that shit off in there just so people can learn, but I also put other shit in the question so you can get the question right. This ain't the first time that you done said something. So don't make it seem like this is a one-off thing. See, I got a good ass memory, man. Don't fucking underestimate me, nigga. I was in gifted classes. I don't give a damn what you think or what you think you hear, nigga. I was in gifted classes, nigga. I ain't dumb. Square business. Okay, who got that shit? That'll be Gil Cole's got that. I'm gonna make sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, Gil Cole got that shit. Well, I don't give a damn about you being mad either. You ain't even got to fuck with me. You can really get the fuck on and get the fuck away from me. That's the type of person I am. I ain't Mr. Kiss Ass. I ain't Mr. Be Friendly with you, Mr. Hold Your Hand, and none of that shit. If it's something that you do that I don't like, I'm going to speak on it. And if you got a problem with you, fuck you. I don't give a damn. Next question. What contender was 143-7 amateur and took his first loss to Iron Man? Once again, what contender was 143-7 and took his first loss to Iron Man? This is a pretty easy question too. Once again, I know I got the amateur in the beginning, but if you look at the rest of the question, you can get the answer. What contender was 143-7 amateur and took his first loss to Iron Man? Xavier said, like I said, I got no problems now. I remember that too. I'm not the same. I respect the amateurs a lot more now. Okay, then. So if you're going to say that, you should understand the reaction that you just got from me then. Because you just said that you remember what happened on that day, and you say you respect the game now. And I gave everybody a reason to respect the game because Trey X went and won the Champ Ross fucking championship with my amateur background shit. I went and won first place. So I made motherfuckers have no choice but to put some respect on that shit, nigga. I won in one place. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rydex, hold on. No, that's Gil Cole. J-Rock got that. I mean, Gil Cole, that's J-Rock. That'll be Erickson Lubin. No, J-Rock, I'm tripping. I said the wrong thing. Rod X the Champ got that shit. I'm over here talking shit to Xavier. Rod X the Champ got that shit. Look at Pago Bill talking about I went and won first place with my amateur background bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Next question. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the numbers and stuff right. That I'm in the right spot. Okay, next question. What is the surname of the father-son duo that got knocked out by Jersey Joe Walcott? I kind of wrote that shit kind of raggedy. What is the surname of the father-son duo who was knocked out by Jersey Joe Walcott? If I'm not mistaken, this is the only father and son duo to be knocked out by one man. Xavier said the last fight I saw live was an amateur bout. All right, that's what's up. Shit, I definitely love amateur fighting, especially in person. All them fights and shit, motherfucker have 30 fights in one day. Right, you know what I'm saying? What is the surname of the father-son duo to be knocked out that got knocked out by Jersey Joe Walcott? Pagos Bill said, that's right, champ. You tell. Yeah, I'm still the champ for like another 2 weeks. Hey, and I'm coming back with some next season. Goddamn me. Rod as a champ said, hell, Trey got me focusing on amateur record. Hey, man, if you listen to what they say, man, like as far as the professionals, they mention it all the time. Matter of fact, I was watching boxing last night on ESPN Plus, and I heard Andre Ward talking about amateur background. Okay, Napoleon Armstrong got that shit. That'll be Johnson. It was Harold Johnson and his father. I don't remember what his name is, but they both got knocked out by Jersey Joe Walcott. So that'll be Napoleon Armstrong. I got to get to the grocery store too, man. My calories are low. I'm really kind of hangry right now. Like that nigga really like he picked like the worst time to say shit to me. I ain't really ate the way I need to, man. My calories kind of low. You know what I'm saying? I got to get to the grocery store, man. I got some shit. I just don't feel like throwing that shit out and cooking it. Y'all know how it is, man. Okay, next question. What is the name of the man who charged? Hold on, let me start off. What is the name of the man who changed Jersey Joe Walcott's life? Napoleon said his father was Phil. Okay. Gil Cole said, damn, he knocked out 2 generations. Yeah. Ryan X said, I know Max Kellerman was big on amateur pedigree. Hey, bro, I always said, man, are you going to take somebody that's coming off the street, or you going to take somebody that went to Georgia, that went to Florida, somebody that done won the Heisman Trophy or something? That's the way I look at the amateurs, man. The amateurs is like, if you got that deep background, you like somebody that went to Alabama, or somebody that's a Heisman Trophy winner. You might be like a national champion or Olympic gold medalist or something. You know what I'm saying? Eric R said, my son get food mad too. Yeah. Chris Rayner said, someone give Trey a Snicker. Yeah, I need a Snicker. I don't see the answer to my question though.
Hey, why was I just thinking that?
Well, I need a Snicker.
Yeah, I'm finna come off the mic and say, man, he go a virtual Snicker, bro. Chill out.
Yeah, motherfucker ran me hot. Hey, I'm human. Hey, man, I want y'all to think about something. All the live streams I do, how often do y'all see me come in here and go off and go on a rant? The shit don't happen that often, nigga. A lot of the time, I just keep my cool and I hold my tongue and I won't say nothing. But today was like the perfect combination. My calories low, and this man came in saying some shit that he pissed me off about a while back. You see what I'm saying? So it was just like the perfect storm. All right, once again, what is the name of the man who changed Jersey Joe Walcott's life? I really take pride in staying cool and shit, man. This motherfucker got me getting all emotional and shit, going to tripping. Once again, what is the name of the man who changed Jersey Joe Walcott's life? Xavier said, I would never steal your content. I respect the corner. You got great questions, and that one about Joe Brown's title defense got me studying his career. Yeah, I know I got that one wrong. See, that's him being slick right there, because I said that Joe Brown, he had like 7 title defenses or something like that, and that was wrong. And he came back and said, no, motherfucker, it was really 11. See, that's the thing about it. Like, if it's something like that, like if I say some wrong information and I get corrected, that shit's all good. You know what I'm saying? But if a motherfucker just complaining about what I feel like is important that I want to ask about, yeah, that shit gonna rub me the wrong way. But he trying to be slick right there. Every now and then, yes, I do ask a question and I have the wrong answer. Okay, once I don't see the answer though, y'all. Chris Rainer said you turn into X when you're angry. Nah, X is pretty cool. Normally, I'm really pretty cool normally anyway. You know what I'm saying? He just called me. He called me at a bad time today, bro. Okay, Napoleon got that shit. That'll be Felix Pachicio, one of the members of the combination. So Napoleon Armstrong got that shit. Felix Pachicio. And when I look at Jersey Joe Walcott, I'm not even too sure like where he would be ranked if he had the opportunity that other fighters had. You know what I'm saying? Because he was having fights where he hasn't eaten a meal in like 3 or 4 days. I don't even have no examples of other fighters. A motherfucker ate in 3 or 4 days and you have a fight. No shit, you might lose. If you have a fight and you haven't eaten in 3 or 4 days, it's hard to win. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking like if he had the same type of career of everybody else, ain't no telling where Jersey Joe Walcott could have ended up. You know what I'm saying? We might be looking at him as like a Sugar Ray Robinson type of guy, one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look, y'all. I'm about to get into a question that might cause some controversy. So y'all be patient. Okay, who is the first black light heavyweight champion? Once again, who is the first black light heavyweight champion? Napoleon said, I'll beat the fuck out of somebody after 3 days. Well, what about going 15 rounds, though, bro? I understand what you're saying, but what about going 15 rounds? Xavier said, yeah, I probably should have started by saying that I respect the amateurs now. Gil Coles, see, that's why I say it was going to be a little bit of controversy. Xavier got the one that I got, and I got Battling Siki, the guy that went and lost his belt to Mike McTeague in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day. Xavier the boxing nerd. Battling Siki. Next question. Who is the first African-American light heavyweight champion? Once again, who is the first African-American light heavyweight champion? Now, see, I got kind of quiet because I'm waiting on the answers. I got what you got, Gil Cole. That'll be John Henry Lewis. According to what, you know what I'm saying, what I've been reading. I actually been saying that shit for a long time. John Henry Lewis, first African-American light heavyweight champion. I won't be surprised if Xavier come back and say, nah, the motherfucker wasn't a champion. He was just the American champion or some shit like that. Hey, but we open to that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Next question. What legendary bare knuckle fighter went by the moniker, the Game Black? Once again, what legendary bare knuckle fighter went by the moniker, the Game Black? This one might be a little bit tougher. Gil Cole say salute to John Henry Lewis. It sounds like he related to somebody. Maybe I'm thinking about Tom Molyneux being related to LL Cool J. They say LL Cool J is a descendant of Tom Molyneux. Once again, what legendary bare knuckle fighter went by the moniker the Game Black? Xavier said, nah, that motherfucker was undisputed. Okay, we got one right. Once again, okay, this guy's initials are HS, by the way. What legendary bare knuckle fighter went by the moniker the Game Black? And his initials are HS. We coming down the stretch too, y'all. We almost done. We almost done. We got less than 10 questions to go. And I ain't saying 9 either. You know what I'm saying? We coming down the stretch. What legendary bare knuckle fighter went by the moniker The Game Black? And his initials were HS. And he came along after Bill Richmond and Tom Molyneux and all them guys. Well, not all them guys, but them 2 guys. It was some other young Massa Kendricks and all them guys. Gil Coles gave me a 5. Let me get one more 5. We're gonna keep it moving. I was thinking about putting a little something together to tell y'all about this guy, like I did with John Perry when I told y'all about the first black champion. I was thinking about doing the same thing with this guy. El Chapo said a ton. I don't even know you talking about Atten. I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I think you might be trying to say it, but you saying it fucked up. You gonna have to clean it up, tighten it up. Chris Rayner got it. That'll be Harry Sutton. El Chapo, Chris Rayner, Harry Sutton. I kind of had a feeling that's what you were trying to say after I was looking at it for a little while. Okay, next question. What man is considered the father of boxing and opened the first boxing school in England? This is just some basic stuff right here, y'all. Because I told y'all I wanted to kind of review some shit. You know what I'm saying? So we can stay on point. But once again, what man is considered the father of boxing and opened the first boxing school in England? El Chapo said his text is broken. That's what Eric All was saying. He's saying that his one button or something fucked up. Once again, what man is considered the father of boxing and opened the first boxing school in England? Okay, Gil Coles got that shit. That'll be James Figg. That's another one for Gil Coles on the board. James Figg. I think that the scoring is gonna be pretty close in this shit too, man. Y'all lucky that L Dub got his ass up out of here. Okay, next question. What man was a James Figg protege and wrote the first set of rules for boxing in 1743 after killing a friend in a fight? Once again, what man was a James Figg protege and wrote the first set of rules for boxing in 1743 after killing a friend in a fight? Oh man, I had my damn thing right here with my little old cart the whole time. I didn't even know that shit. Xavier got that shit. That'll be Jack Brockton. Sometimes I'll be fucking up and calling him John Brockton, but Jack Brockton, I think, is his name. Xavier Boxing. Nerd. Okay. Next question. This hold on. I got 7 more questions. I had asked one extra just in case. Okay. What fighter went by the alias Pops, won a bronze medal in the 1972 Olympics, and was a 3-time light heavyweight champion? I see y'all down there. Bruce Gold talking about Queensberry. I don't know what you're answering. Napoleon Armstrong say Taylor. Eric Gar said Moses dog shall not kill. Gil Cole said don't talk L Dub up, huh? Say his name 3 times. That motherfucker gonna appear. What fighter went by the alias Pops, won a bronze medal in the 1972 Olympics, and was a 3-time light heavyweight champion? Gil Cole's got this shit. That'll be Marvin Johnson. That's another one for Gil Coles. Next question. Who is the youngest fighter ever to win an Olympic gold medal? Xavier said the other thing about me is that I was only 21 years old and only studying and following boxing for 2 years. Maturity was not there. All right. Once again, who is the youngest fighter ever to win an Olympic gold medal? I already know who's going to get this question. Gil Coles is going to get this question right. My prediction is Gil Coles will get this question right. And the reason I say that is because he got it right before. That's why I say that shit, because I remember when he got the question right. Oh, Gil Coles got that bitch wrong. He in the ballpark, but he wrong though. Who is the youngest fighter ever to win an Olympic gold medal? This guy was only 16 years old. He was 16 when he won. I think it was like in the 20s. I'll be saying the 20s. Hell, it might have been the 30s or something. Man, it was back in the day, man. It's a Jewish fighter, y'all. That's just what I know off the top of my head. He a Jewish fighter. He grew up around Barney Ross and all the motherfuckers. Okay, Derek Bailey got that shit. That'll be Jackie Fields. Jackie Fields. I think that's the 20s. Derek Bailey. Uh, Next question. What fighter beat Roy Jones Jr. in the finals of the National Golden Gloves? I'm gonna say great fighter. Once again, what great fighter beat Roy Jones Jr. in the finals of the National Golden Gloves? Some people might not consider him great, but he definitely a fan favorite if he ain't nothing else. He at least a fan favorite. Square business. Once again, what fighter beat Roy Jones Jr. in the finals of the National Golden Gloves? Eric Garcia, Antonio Tarver. His initials are GM. They're basically say Laws. I don't know what you talking about. I know you ain't talking about no is it Frankie Laws or some shit like that? Who was the first fighter to fight? Hold on, I'm tripping. Oh yeah, I skipped over a question, so I'm gonna have to go back to one. My bad. Yeah. What fighter beat Roy Jones Jr. in the finals of the National Golden Gloves? His initials are GM. We almost done. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. The young whippersnapper came in here and knocked me off my square. Young punk came in here and knocked me off my square. Once again, what fighter beat Roy Jones Jr. in the finals of the National Golden Gloves? Okay, El Chapo got. I'm gonna go and give it to him. Oh man, El Chapo coming there with that shit so raggedy, man. What y'all think, man? Should I give it to El Chapo or not? If y'all think I should give it to El Chapo type of one, if I shouldn't type of two, that shit just so damn raggedy. Hey, bro, give me a ruling, Marlo. Give me a ruling, bro. Do I give El Chapo or Derek Bailey?
Well, I had to say Derek Bailey by era, by big finger era.
Give it to Derek Bailey.
I had to say it. You know what I'm saying? At least he spelled it right. And they came in. They put it in at the same time. That's why I say by era. 724 and 724.
Yeah, because El
725.
Chapo shit it looks so raggedy, man.
Yeah, he tried to put in Gerald.
Yeah. So I asked Marlo. Marlo came with the ruling, so I'm gonna give it to Derek
But ask,
Bailey.
ask the chat though. Ask the chat.
I asked the chat. I see 2 1s and a 2, and you gave me a 2, so it's locked up. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Derek Bailey. El Chapo said give it to Derek Bailey too, so I'm giving it to Derek Bailey.
Yeah, Chaco's there.
Yeah, he ain't tripping. Okay, next question. Who is the first fighter to fight with a mouthpiece? Cole said Grold is kind of close though. That shit raggedy as well. Napoleon said, we know who he meant. I understand, but goddamn, bro. That shit was just too damn raggedy.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But that's why I said about technicality. You know what I'm saying? About having big fingers. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, and they both had it. They both was at 725. They had it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said about technicality. But you know,
Okay, once again, who was the first fighter to win? Okay, I see it already. My bad, I'm tripping. Xavier the boxing there got this shit. That'll be Ted Kid Lewis. So that's another one for Xavier. Ted Kid Lewis. Okay, next question. What man is credited with teaching Archie Moore the cross-arm defense? And his initials are MH, because I already know y'all might need it. Once again, what man is credited with teaching Archie Moore the cross-arm defense? And his initials are MH. Again, what man is credited with teaching Archie Moore the cross-arm defense? And his initials are MH. I got this out my Ezra Charles book. Yeah, I got this out the Ezra Charles book. Eric R said harpoon. No, sir. Bruce Gold say heart. I don't know what heart you're talking about. Shit, the only heart that's coming to my mind is Marvin Hart and Jesse Hart. They're the only two hearts I know. But that ain't his last name, though. What man is credited with teaching Archie Moore the cross-arm defense? And his initials are MH. Yeah, I definitely got this out of my Ezra Charles book. Just looking at the next question, let me know. That's where I got it from. Once again, what man is credited with teaching Archie Moore the cross-arm defense? And his initials are MH. Y'all can drop a 5 in the chat, man. Y'all ain't got to feel embarrassed. It's all good. Oh, good. Matter of fact, we coming down the straight. Y'all don't just give me a 5. Give me a 5-5 crib. On neighborhood crib. Once again, what man is credited with teaching Archie Moore the cross-arm defense? Eric R gave me a 5. Let me get one more 5. One more 5 and y'all gonna learn something. Gil Coles gave it to me. That'll be Monroe Harrison. Monroe Harrison. I actually asked that question before, but I said Monroe Harrison is credited with teaching what great fighter the cross-arm defense. And y'all came back. Matter of fact, Bruce Goles was the one to answer that question. Bruce Goles came back and he said Archie Moore. But this time I asked it the other way, the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's Monroe Harrison. 5, get the spot. Next question. 2 wins over what great fighter brought national attention to a young Ezra Charles? Once again, 2 wins over what great fighter brought national attention to a young Ezra Charles? This is a great fighter, one of my favorites. This motherfucker, Xavier the Boxing Nerd, got a video about him on his channel. So if y'all want to check him out, man, go look at his video after we get the question right. You'll know who I'm talking about. 2 wins over what great fighter brought national attention to a young Ezra Charles? Eric R say Sugar Ray Robinson. Now, he ain't fighting no Sugar Ray Robinson. He might have got his ass with fucking around with Sugar Ray Robinson when he was a young man. This was a young Ezra Charles. Matter of fact, he was still in high school. I guess that's kind of amazing. The guy that I'm talking about, he was 25, and Ezra Charles was still like a senior in high school when he fought this guy. He was like 18. Derek Bailey say Jimmy Bivens. No, sir. Once again, 2 wins over what great fighter brought national attention to a young Ezra Charles? Gil Cole said Walcott. Nah, Walcott fought Ezra Charles later on in his career. Dre, AJA or something like that. Welcome to the gym. This your first time. He said Jersey Joe Walcott. No, sir. They fought 4 times later. Derek Bailey got it. That'll be the great Charlie Burley. That's another one for Derek Bailey. The great Charlie Burley. Charlie Burley was about 25. And there's a Charles about 18, still in high school. Went out there and got a upset victory in that first fight. And then he beat him again. You know what I'm saying? Came back and beat him again. Okay, next question. This is the last question. What fighter served as duration champion while Joe Louis was in the Army? Once again, what fighter served as duration champion while Joe Louis was in the Army? Somebody had, okay, Xavier the Boxing Nerd got it. That'll be Jimmy Bivens. That's Xavier the Boxing Nerd. Okay, let me count it up real quick. L-Dub might have done enough to still win. Okay, we got L-Dub is first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 13 for Derek Bailey. I mean for L Dub, my bad. L Dub got 13. Okay, Derek Bailey up next. Derek Bailey got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's it. 5 for Derek Bailey. That's respectable. Gil Cole's up next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This motherfucker Gil Cole's got 13. He tied up with L Dub. Gil Cole's got 13.
Gil Cole's over there got that. Don't call him and come back.
Yeah. Oh man, I answered one of the questions. Oh man, I fucked up on one. Man. Damn, I hate when I do that shit because one slot. I'm gonna take care of this at the end. Okay, next person, Eric R. I'm gonna put a star right here. 1, 2, 3. I see 3 for Eric R. Eric R got 3. Okay, Napoleon up next. Napoleon got 1, 2, 3. 3 for Napoleon. Iceberg Nerd got 1, 2. 2 for Iceberg Nerd. Iceberg got 2. Xavier the boxing nerd. Young nigga coming here and run my blood pressure. He got 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4 for Xavier. Xavier boxing nerd got him 4. Rod X the champ, I see 1 for him. You know what? This other one, I'm about to scroll up and see if I can find the answer. I don't even want to ask y'all because I think y'all will be lying. So let me scroll up and find it real quick, man. This might be the deciding. This is gonna decide who win, I think. Let me see if I can find this shit. I'm in that. That Gil Cole's got that shit too. I thought Gil Cole was gonna get it too, man. Gil Cole's got that question right, so he actually got 14 instead of 13. So Gil Cole's won. Rod X the champ, he got 1. I see. Yeah, and then the 5 got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5 got 4 spots. Let me make sure Napoleon. What I did with Napoleon? Napoleon 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was right with Napoleon because I wrote down 3. Let me see something real quick. All right, so that's 18, then 32, then 35, 36, 38. My no count ass, I must have missed somebody. It ain't gonna make a difference though. Gil Cole's won that shit for the day. So salute to Gil Cole's with his mark ass. He went out there and got him 1. I think it's the first time Gil Cole's done got him 1 too, man. So yes.
Nah, Gil Cole got him one before, I think.
Nah, I think this is first time getting him 1 right there.
Well, he
He,
came back. He
He
came
done
back
had some
strong.
strong showings.
But he came back strong all the way this time. Shit, cause L Dub was on the road. It looked like a sweep. And
I
all of
thought
a
it was
sudden,
gonna be a sweep.
shit, it's just the gym. Only thing getting swept in this motherfucker is the flow, nephew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
For a
shit.
minute. Good
Never
shit.
forget.
Gil Cole went out there and got him one in this motherfucker.
Man, shout out to you, Gil. Good shit. But yeah, that's
He
what we
had
be doing.
51
Though. Like,
questions.
if you notice, like, if you fuck around with us, all the time, you will notice that all the shit we talk about is shit that we say, what I'm saying, that we talk about in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker added like the amateur record. You would know why motherfucker put the amateur record in the questions is because that's what Trey X, what I'm saying, like to base his picks up on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hey, if it was ever some trivia and you start that shit out with the amateur background, I'm gonna tear y'all ass up. It ain't even a question. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's my shit. But I just know that it means something, man. Cause even before I got into YouTube, I mean, when I was young, I would listen to George Foreman and them talk about the amateur background. Roy Jones Jr. would mention the amateur background. And that shit just stayed in my mind. And being in the gym with an actual national champion, like I say national champion, it was actually two of them because his brother won one too. I think both of them won the national payout tournament. When you walk in the gym and you look up, you see banners hanging up. Like the Lakers, you might see the championship banners for the Lakers. When you win a national championship, you get a banner to hang up in the gym. That shit has always stood out to me, man. And I just saw them dudes just whooping so much ass. Whether it was another amateur, whether it was a professional fighter, man, they were beating folks' asses in that gym. And that let me know, nigga, that amateur background shit means something. You know what I'm saying? You better remember it. And that's what I base my picks on, man. But definitely appreciate y'all coming through and fucking with us on that. I'm gonna try to keep my cool in the future, man. I don't like to come in here and be sounding like a little girl and shit, getting all emotional and getting all mad. Cause really I associate masculine energy with just being cool and being calm. You know what I'm saying? If I come in here with all that old rah shit, that shit feel kind of feminine. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize for that shit, man. I'm just hangry as a motherfucker. I'm gonna go find me something good to eat in a few minutes and get on some of this gas. But this is what we came to do, though, man. I definitely appreciate y'all coming through. I don't know if Marlo gonna want to do something tomorrow, but we might come back with something. If not, we'll come back with something for the fights and shit. You know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate y'all.
So yeah, we most definitely gonna come back tomorrow and chop it up more about cars, what I'm saying, the card and what we got coming up this weekend. Y'all come get on the panel, man. Xavier, Eric Guard, Derek Baby, come get on the panel, chop it up, man. That's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all opinions on, what I'm saying, the upcoming fight. We can start doing our picks if y'all want to, but let the schedule come in on time Monday, but we can see what's happening, man. But anyway, always enjoying the time, man, sharing this boxing, enjoying this time with y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Till next time, don't forget to tell them haters and trolls. Fuck out my gym!
You heard him.
Peace.